have known? Who would have known that all along there's this fantastic thing? It is better than cocaine. Okay, it really is. Because a high in cocaine lasts for like 15 minutes, and then it's like, I need the next thing. And then it just becomes hell. This feels great. There's a whole lot of problem with blow, and there's mostly good stuff with ice water. So it's probably cheaper than cocaine. I come from a conservative Christian environment. Like Mennonites, not the old order Mennonites, but think like Jesus hippies, like 70s, kind of maybe a little culty. And then to get to this spot, because I mean, I totally struggle with the church, the Mennonite stuff. I tried too. I would try like be slain in the spirit and like speak in tongues. I really tried. So I leave all of that and move to Chicago. Not a big deal. People were saying, oh yeah, but get ready for the winter. I was like, whatever, no big deal. Yeah, well, no, I get here and it's like, what the fuck? Like, this is no joke. This is cold, cold. This is cold. I feel it deep down in my body, and this is upsetting, and I hate it. I've been suffering with this Chicago winter thing, and like, fuck that. I'm just not going to suffer with it anymore. I'm going to deal with it. I don't need drugs and alcohol just to be in the cold. We will go for comfort and try to deaden ourselves. And so I like this idea of choosing to be more alive. Along the way, people start saying to me, do you take cold showers? And my friend Ben Doherty, he invites me a few times. He's like, George, I really think you'd like this ice thing. I got this ice tub in my backyard. So I go over 7 a.m. in the morning, and the terror as I look at this frozen ass ice tub, Ben goes into his garage, comes out with a fucking axe, starts hacking up the ice bath, and he's got this maniacal look in his eyes. I go in. Everything in my body is like, this is a really bad idea. But I hear Ben, look at me, and I'm looking at him. He's like, put your hands on your heart and just keep breathing. And then I was like, all right, I got it, and I'm done. And I get out. First of all, I can't feel my feet. And then I'm toweling off, and it feels like nothing I've ever felt before. I think from that moment, I was probably kind of hooked. The cold, first it'll hit your hands and your feet. Your genitals. So I don't know, that after about 2 or 3 weeks, that terror kind of goes away. It's like, all right, genitals, they know what they're doing. They're going to run away and everything's going to be fine. And then after a little bit longer, then I can start to feel the ice cold going in deeper and starting to like gnaw and bite at my muscles. And that now I crave. And because it's when that's happening that like I know the magic is happening. And it's like, that's oftentimes too where like the giddiness and what people say, yeah, hypothermia. And so that's when I guess the magic starts to happen and I'm craving that. The anxiety, like being like, oh, I gotta make sure that like no skin is touching the air and like be totally ready and have a nice scarf and all that stuff. This going into ice water has completely shifted that. Going in at 57th Street into the lake, that is beautiful. It's one thing to go into ice water in your bathtub, but like to do it in the lake is like majestic. And you gotta like the first few times I'm only in like a minute or something. So it's like not that long, but the effect is pretty direct. That sort of high, yes, I'm totally chasing a high. And that sort of high like changes with like how long I need to be in there. Everything in my DNA, as far as I can tell, is screaming, don't do this. Don't do this. It's cold. You're going to die. And then just to have that willpower to say, nah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to stay in a little bit longer is like exhilarating. Like, oh, that's awesome. And it never goes away. The fear of it never goes away. Every single time I'm like, I don't know about this. It took pandemic, breaking my toe, not being able to play basketball, and my friend and like many, many people saying to me over the years, you would love this, for me to finally fucking do it. And then to like kind of commit to and dedicate and say, oh, this is now like I am a person who goes into ice water. I will still feel afraid. I'll catch that anxiety and then I'll say, fuck it. And I'll say, no, I'm going to go enjoy the cold. That is awesome. That's like a freedom I never expected to have living in Chicago. And now, and to actually have it flipped to where it's getting warm and like everybody's coming outside and I actually feel sad. And I'm looking forward to when it's going to get real dark and cold and icy. And then it's like my playground.
Next week, episode 5. It's 30 inches, plus, at full mast.
Hey, I got something to show you.
From Superphonic Studios, this is Chicago. Listen every Sunday.